If you've bought 12 planners this year and none of them worked, this video is for you. And if you felt that sinking guilt, that voice saying, I just need to stick with it this time, let's pause. Because what if the problem wasn't you? Here's the truth most people don't say out loud. Planners are built for predictive brains. And yes, all brains are predictive machines, but here's the thing. For systems that love routine, repetition, structure, sure, bring on a planner. But if you have ADHD, your brain is wired for responsiveness, for variability, for now. So trying to force a rigid planner into your day is like trying to run dynamic code through a spreadsheet. It doesn't fit. And that does not mean you failed. Let's talk about what planners are actually designed for. They're made to help people plan ahead with consistent output. Great, love it, bring it on. But ADHD brains don't work that way. We don't run on routine. We could benefit from it for sure, but we don't run on routine. We run on relevance. We run on urgency, interest, and emotional engagement. That last one is key. That's why traditional planners, no matter how pretty or structured, often sit untouched after a week. You're trying to control the future when what you really need is a way to respond to the present, to right now. Now, let me introduce you to 3 ADHD planner personalities. And yes, I say this with a lot of love. First one, we've got the aspiring architect. This is the person who sits down Sunday night, maps out the week in perfect color-coded blocks, and never opens it again. Yep, I'm calling you out. Then there's the journaler. This person buys the gorgeous planner, maybe even writes in them for a few days, but the actual planning part never happens. And finally, the crisis captain. This one is me. Only touches the planner when everything is on fire. Sound familiar? Good. That means you're paying attention and you're not failing. The reason these planners fail is simple. They're static and your brain is dynamic. They don't account for energy dips, emotional resistance, and executive functioning swings. A planner is not accountability. A planner is not motivation. It's a container. And if the container doesn't flex, it spills. You don't need a rigid plan. You need a way to externalize your thoughts that let you shift when your brain shifts. So here's the reframe. Instead of planning forward, try planning backwards. Don't ask, what will I do today? Ask, what did I actually do today? Use the planner as a reflective tool at the end of your day. Track where your energy spiked, where it dipped, what helped you get into it, and what derailed you. That builds self-trust, actionable self-awareness, which is way more powerful than a rigid time block. Here's a bonus for you. Reflection helps with memory. And when ADHD shows up with time blindness or forgetfulness, a visual log isn't just helpful, it's necessary, people. Try this. At the end of each day, jot down 3 quick things. What actually got done, what helped you start, and what slowed you down. You don't need to track everything. You just need to notice patterns. This is how we rebuild trust with yourself. Not through perfect planning, but through honest reflection. You can even add a 4th question. What did I need today that I didn't get? That one question, it creates awareness without judgment. It moves you from reactive mode to responsive mode. And that shift is everything. Your planner is like a mirror, not to criticize, but to witness, to understand your rhythm, to start seeing the invisible patterns underneath stuck points and wins. So no, you don't need a fancy system or a bullet journal or a Notion template to be a masterpiece. You need a reflection ritual that brings you closer to yourself. Start with those 3 questions at the end of each day. What got done? What helped? What got in the way? You're not failing the planner, it just wasn't built for your brain. Now you get to build a better one that actually listens to you.